WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Fan's Game Day Scoreboard.
This game day update is sponsored by Mutual Federal, proudly serving Columbus with personal and business solutions at mutualfederal.com.
And I'm Cole Bartimus. We're doing things a little bit differently today. Our countdown to kickoff is focused on 1 o'clock this afternoon. You won't see many of those, but that's what we got for top-ranked Ohio State as they'll be in West Lafayette taking on Purdue. We got you locked in with pregame coverage all the way till kickoff right here on The Fan. Elsewhere, the action gets started right at high noon. Conference realignment has gifted us an unusual but highly touted matchup between number 7 BYU and number 8 Texas Tech. Tech has only one loss. BYU remains perfect thus far. That one will be in Lubbock. At 3:30, number 3 Texas A&M will be in Como taking on number 22 Missouri. After this week, A&M's only ranked opponent left in front of them will be the Longhorns, who they'll see on Black Friday. Also at 3:30, number 9 Oregon will pay a visit to Kinnick Stadium to play the number 20 Iowa Hawkeyes. Both teams are 4-1 in Big Ten play.
Oh, baby, it's officially football time. This is the KeyBank Pregame Show, getting you ready for all things scarlet and gray.
Leonard sails that middle of the field where it's caught by Greathouse. He's tackled at the 40. Tackled by Jordan Hancock and Ohio State. National champion.
Here's DeVere Posey, Dane Sonsenbacher, and Matty Ice.
Game day, fellas. Matty Ice is off for this one. He picked a nice 30.5-point spread as the Ohio State Buckeyes gear up. They wake up, and they're out in West Lafayette, Indiana, to take on an always dangerous Purdue Boilermakers team. I don't know how dangerous they are. They're 2-7 this year. It's good to be here with my guys, Dane Sonsenbacher and DeVere Posey, dual threat wide receivers. I don't know what that means.
Dual threat?
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. That's not that term.
First downs and touchdowns.
That's wrong.
There's two of
us. So we can both be a single threat.
Dynamic duo. You're both
together
threatening wide receivers.
Dually
in a good way.
Yeah, that's not a dual threat. We don't have multiple skills.
No.
Just one skill, but there's two of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Matty Ice is always so well planned. He probably saw the spread and booked the trip. You just you know him.
It was Purdue week. Yeah. So
Do we know what
if
he's
we're going to
doing?
miss one, this is the
I don't
one.
know what he's doing.
Well, he was
ask him.
out.
He
He was
doesn't
out
text us.
Thursday and Friday, so he clearly had something.
Like WrestleMania or something.
Probably. But he treats us like work friends when he's out of here. Like, he wouldn't text us back. He knows the show's going on, but if we text him, he wouldn't respond.
That's me.
No
he's gonna be mad if you.
He wouldn't. He knows that. He knows that if, like, I text him right now, he'll probably be like, Depot's probably text me about a show. I'm not working today.
I text back, don't I?
We're kind of work friends.
Do I
Yeah, we are.
text you guys?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You know,
we're-
I mean, let's be honest here. You two aren't really texting me just as like friends anymore.
No.
It's more like, hey, like, is there a shift coming up? You know?
Yeah, it's
well,
just
every
as,
time
like,
I
we're
ask
friends.
Dane, it's like, no, got 2 babies now, so kind of
I
got to drive my
appreciate-
Subaru
yeah.
around for my day job. So that's about all I can do.
I try to. I
Okay,
appreciate.
man.
I appreciate you
Point
asking.
taken.
I try. I try to come up with like creative ways so you don't
Yeah.
stop asking me because
Yeah.
I was like, one of these times I'm going to be able to do this one, but I can't just keep on saying no, Tim.
Boy
move
who
on.
cried wolf, right?
Yeah,
You got to take a
Wait,
shift every
wait.
now and then, or they're just going to all go to other people.
It's like your friends are going to stop
DeVere's
inviting you
gonna
to
clean
do
up.
stuff.
He's been saying no to a lot of shifts.
Oh man.
Oh, is it like you already know he's going to say no, but I'll send it anyway?
Yeah, it's kind of it is kind of to that point. So I'm still doing
Yeah.
him a kindness,
That's
right?
how-
Just to see if
Yeah.
you know, because I understand we all have kids, right? We've
Yeah.
all grown the families, and you get to a different point where you're going to be able to take on some more. And he's got a 7-week-old.
He's adjusting.
He's got little Cal and then a new baby girl.
Yep.
And we're in the thick of it right here.
Tim, he
for
does
Dane.
that to me when I ask him to golf. So it's like, I know he's going to say no. Like, I know. He does it to me.
You know what?
Okay, I'll draw the line there because you don't ask me to go.
He's never asked me to golf either.
No, well, here's the thing. Tim is, I don't know why me and Tim haven't golf. I just don't know why. But
I'm busy during the week now, so I
Okay.
pretty much have to have a day off,
Yep.
or else I can't
We have to
enjoy
take a
golf.
vacation
or we play 9.
Yep.
I hate playing 9.
I do too.
God,
I
it sucks.
really hate playing 9 too.
Busy during the week now, so like people who have jobs of normal hours, like me, who say no when they can't do something else. That's why it happens.
I know, but you should leave that Bourne Brothers job when the fan comes calling. That's what I'm saying to you.
Exactly.
Put that one off to the side. Do the radio, for God's sakes. It's good to see you,
Nobody did
Dan.
that.
It just got really quiet really fast.
Because it's like
No, because I was
we need a plan a day.
No, because I was gonna throw a shot that the fan doesn't even use our dumpsters, but I didn't want to call out management, so I was like,
send that upstairs.
Yeah, so if they're listening, like there's no reason we shouldn't be servicing this location.
If I say local waste services, is it going to start an all-out brawl?
I would. We do advertise on this station.
Address it.
Yeah, we'll be like around like the Anchorman battle coming out.
Oh, man.
Say it again, I'll have a Trident 10.
Yes.
Tim, coming right at you.
All right, that's enough BSing for one pregame show. That's probably a lie. It's probably going to continue.
Got more. Oh, we got
DeVere,
more.
as we go around the horn here, just give us your take on where the Buckeyes stand going into this matchup here today.
Yeah, Tim, we haven't caught up about Ohio State lately, and I don't know what it is about this year's team, or if it's the fanfare, even at the games, at the tailgates, but I was thinking about this during the week, and I just remember last year, post-Oregon, like around this time of year when we were trying to find footing and we had Michigan looming.
Because they had the struggle against Nebraska, remember, where they were
first
up
half
in the fourth quarter, and Quinshon, I think it was Quinshon, had to score on a nice little catch out of the backfield to win that game in the end.
Yeah, and I just remember every play last year, every series felt like it was impacting the whole state of the program, the whole state of Ohio State, fandom, and just Columbus and Central Ohio and nationally wide. And just this year feels the exact polar opposite of that. It's like eerily calm, eerily quiet. This team is very good.
And you know why.
And I mean, it's why? I mean, there's a lot of reasons.
Because when you win the title.
Well, yeah.
My opinion, at least.
Well,
you win that title, and
do you feel this is the top of the mountain?
I agree with you. There has been that feeling.
Is this the top of the mountain?
That's a real thing.
And this is what I'm saying is this the top of the mountain? But I do know that makes me feel comfortable about this team. Mm-hmm. I've seen interviews. I love the Downs Brothers show. I don't know if you get to watch that.
With Josh and Caleb doing a podcast.
It's pretty good stuff. But I think it was Sonny was on there. He was speaking to Coach Day, turn things up even more this season. And I feel like if we're staying at the top of the mountain, this is what this calmness feels like. The state of the team, to me, is in a good direction because I know their focus and what their intentions are each day, Tim.
Right.
I just believe, we have the manner and the attitude, of people who can stay at the top of the mountain this season. I feel like it was kind of calm,
Dane, what about you? They get the number 1 ranking in the first college football playoff rankings on Tuesday. I know if I can remember from doing shows with you, you're not into that stuff, not into those rankings. Ryan Day.
It's changed.
Certainly Pat McAfee brought it up to him, and he was like, I don't want to hear that crap. You get that crap out of my face. But this is obviously the best team in football right now.
They've looked like it, right? I mean, there's nothing to say that they aren't on a different level right now. They've been. It's been a weird season. I think DeVere hit on a lot of the things. It has felt a little bit. I don't want to say sleepy, but almost like maybe
a little too easy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's like strength of schedules. I can feel how smooth it is.
It's not like they have the weakest schedule of all time. It's not the best in college football at this point, but it's pretty good.
Right. I have these conversations, though, and you're like, it's pretty good, but then you have excuses for all okay, well, where Penn State, where they've slipped.
That's really the one,
Are they still a good team? Sure, yeah.
UCLA isn't as good
Texas,
as expectations.
that's not going to age well.
Yep.
But
they're 10th.
I know, but I'm saying
and they beat Vanderbilt this past week.
I guess all that to say, it's yes, you were clear. This Ohio State team is clearly the number 1 team. Mm-hmm. For what we've seen, excuse me. There's a cough button for that.
It doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 2025 radio station.
That's a lot.
COF doesn't work. You got to turn the mic off.
Okay. Well, then that wasn't going to happen anyway.
No.
Yeah, they're deserving of that ranking, and it is they seem to be on a different level. It's impressive, honestly, because I think DeVere mentioned okay, is this the top of the mountain? You really start from scratch every year. Yep. I mean, and this team they had a lot of people coming back, but there was a lot of unknowns. Mm-hmm. Sure, you won the national championship last year, but that's all in your head. You don't get to have a head start at the beginning of the season. They don't let you start on first because you won last year. Mm-hmm. You have to start with the same record as everybody. You have to go through the same schedule. So for us, it feels okay, this is a continuation of last year. It's a brand new team.
Yeah.
And they might be better.
I'm a big believer when the polls get set, at least the AP poll in the preseason. Of course, you're going off of last year. So, in a sense, it's always a continuation of years past in college football. It's a who's party, which does makes it more impressive, not to change the subject, but the second-ranked team in college football right now. I know you live in a house divided with an Indiana gal. It's more impressive that they have gotten up to this stature by winning all their games.
It is a good point. It's a good point that you do have to roll it, because in college football, more than anything, your preseason ranking sets the tone. It is very
important. If you start at the top, it's much easier to stay at the top.
Really? Yes.
Or if you're like the 50th, perceived to be the 50th best team in the beginning, but you go undefeated, you might get to
Texas
15th.
is number 10. Like, what does that mean? It's not. They might throw it out there. You have to do something, I guess, to order them early, but it's probably too early even the first half of the season.
But it's very hard to start off a preseason like when you're very behind and like your wins aren't really getting you far ahead in the rankings at all. You know what I mean? So it does matter from a standpoint of how far back you are in preseason.
But you do need to put a couple, to Tim's point, you do need to put a couple good seasons together to give yourself a chance to stay up there like Indiana's done. They're not there right now. Indiana is not number 2 right now without what they did last year.
Yeah, so
it does matter.
They do compound. And I guess when I say like the top of the mountain, you get this sense that those questions that were looming last year around the program were, did we have the right defensive coordinator staff? This Chip and Ryan Kelly. Chip Kelly and Ryan Day component, how does that, coincide? And we didn't really know about it. We were experimenting with last year, and I just believe like this process that he as a head coach created with this group that most of all like kind of came back. We have a lot of players, a lot of like production that's back, and then also the guys that weren't in positions. Julian, he was taking every mental rep as number 2 each season, each play last season. So this calmness comes from, yes, winning a national championship, them understanding that the process and what goes into it, like they know the results, and it just seems like they've turned it up a notch, and we as fans have like been able to relax because they seem like they got it under control, man.
He is Devere Posey. He is Dane Sanzenbacher. I'm Timmy Hall in for the great Matty Ice here this morning. There is a little area where Ohio State can easily exploit Purdue today if the weather cooperates the way we'd like it to. That's coming up. We're getting ready for Ohio State and Purdue kickoff at 1 o'clock later today. It's your pregame show on The Fan.
If you haven't thought about Buckeye football today, I'm sorry to tell you that you're dead. Our condolences. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Want to have an impact on your community?
Join the Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
It's one of the highest paying law enforcement agencies in Ohio.
Make change happen in the community,
in the lives of others,
and in your own life.
Apply at sheriff.franklincountyohio.gov.
This time of year, it's all or nothing, and Toyota's got all you need during Toyota Truck Month. Now through December 1st, get 2.99 APR financing on remaining new 25 Tacomas, excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter, or lease a well-equipped 25 Tacoma SR5 for $259 a month for 39 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax title and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Forever starts with the perfect diamond. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar, and for over 78 years, our family has helped generations of couples celebrate love with brilliance, quality, and unbeatable prices. At Diamond Cellar, bigger diamonds and better prices are our promise to you. Whether you're popping the question or upgrading your sparkle, trust the experts. Because diamonds, they're our forte. Visit us at Diamond Cellar on Salmo Road or at Easton Town Center and learn more at diamondcellar.com.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Want to have an impact on your community?
Join the Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
It's one of the highest paying law enforcement agencies in Ohio.
Make change happen in the community,
in the lives of others,
and in your own life.
Apply at sheriff.franklincountyohio.gov.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity. I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Are you ready for the best Black Friday truck deals? Head over to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. You can lease a brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 for just $349 a month for 24 months, with only $1,000 due at signing. Or grab it for just $679 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. The perfect truck is waiting for you at McDaniel GM Superstore. Family owned for over 100 years. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thidoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. The only way to do game day. This is the KeyBank Pregame Show, getting you ready for all things Scarlet and Gray. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Timmy Hall in for Matty Ice here today. We are getting ready for Ohio State at Purdue. 1 o'clock kickoff in West Lafayette, Ross-Ade Stadium. DeVere Posey and Dane Sanzenbacher. DeVere just made a face when I said Ross-Ade Stadium. You don't like that place, do you?
It's a natural, like, and me and Dane made eye contact when you were like, yeah, you know, it's just, don't go in to Ross. It's something in the grass. It's almost like Soldier Field, Tim, where I don't know if you can notice, but most grasses have that, just like it's not fairway cut, but it's in between fairway and rough.
In between fairway and Northwestern, which is like the fescue at a British Open.
No. Maybe it's just an Illinois
is
thing.
What I'm saying.
Yeah,
at Ryan
absolutely.
Field.
Yeah, maybe. But Ross-Ade has this Soldier Field rough grass, and you feel slow. And I don't know if they've switched to turf, but, man, I just remember a sleepy morning. It was like halfway full. Mm-hmm. Ryan Kerrigan and Kawan Short having the game of their life.
Those are some dudes right there. They've always had a dude or two. You know, they're one of those typical Big Ten programs where even though they can struggle in their Big Ten record, they always have a couple of not just good players, but some future great NFL players on their roster.
And they had a sneaky, like, solid, like old secondary. Like, they had just seniors, like guys like Zach Logan, just like, and they played cover 2, and those guys were just getting after it. And we kind of went in there like, hey, man, we can roll this team. But I don't know about this Purdue team and this is what Ryan Day does.
This is too new of a Purdue team here.
Yeah, right? Ryan Day he doesn't falter in these type of games. But, yeah, that face was due to that afternoon, man, that we had.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see if they still have that upset DNA. Yeah, there always was a couple. Purdue's one of those Big Ten teams that the expectation was to, be okay every once in a while, surprise one of the top teams. And this would be the time to do it. Tim, you come from a Purdue family, if I'm remembering correctly.
My folks. Yeah,
How invested are they in the Purdue athletics?
Oh, my dad is one of the more maniacal basketball fans you're going to come across.
Okay.
And he can't even sit.
The best point guard in college basketball.
Oh, don't even bring
yes, he is.
him up around him. Don't mention their new big guy. Oh, Clough transfer. Yeah, he's a 20-10 guy, right? Uh-huh. I think Purdue's got a couple of big games coming up, but in basketball, but they're not too invested in football. And that's why, right? I mean, they just have not been able to find traction with their football program, even though they've had some mild success, probably as good as anybody else, against Ohio State. What's the Buckeyes' record there since 2000? 4-5? Under 500?
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
time to turn that around.
There's something about that stadium,
Something,
man.
there's just something about it. Yeah.
No, the place smells so bad.
It's the corn processing plant.
It's hard to recruit to that.
I'm telling you, man. And then it just looks like.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm just kidding, Mr. and Mrs. Hall.
Yeah, it doesn't.
They're not listening. I didn't tell them I was doing this morning.
Okay, good.
They listen way too much.
Yeah, I don't know. They feel like they had as much of a avenue as anybody else to kind of step into that role of, I don't want to say Big Ten top tier, but right there. I mean, they've had some teams, they've had some success, and they had as good a chance as any as Wisconsin or Illinois, but they've just continued to struggle. Now, obviously, their basketball program's been great. But I don't think those things need to be exclusive anymore. I mean,
no, they definitely don't.
Yeah, you could still have a great football team. So I don't. Maybe it's getting the right year. Maybe it's getting the right momentum. Now it's going to be finding catching fire and getting the financial support like Indiana's done. Like if you have a year that's get people excited, you could. I think shifts can happen a lot quicker than normal. I don't think it's this year for Purdue, but in more than normal times, those changes can happen in a program.
And DeVere, tell me if you agree. Number one is you need the financial support. That's number one.
We need
and
a
right behind that is picking the coach. Yeah, we have the railroad. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out where the money's going to come from.
They got the railroads going to West Lafayette.
Yeah.
Town, I guess, and then you get into the other factors of where you are, conference, fan base, stadium facilities. But I think it starts with how much money can they pay? And then two is, did you pick the right coach? You got to have that.
They got to have the money to get the right coach, right?
No,
I mean, because it's going to have to be one of the hotter guys that's up and coming.
But did Indiana pay Kurt Signetti the bag when they brought him in? He got a good salary to start off, but then he had to prove it in that year one, and then a Penn State job dangling out there made him one of the highest. Yeah, made him one of the highest paid coaches in the country.
Absolutely.
And I think there's your other example right there, where Indiana was the basketball school. But if you have money, if you have resources, and you decide, you wake up one day like, oh shoot, we hired the right coach, this is something that could be real right now, then take advantage of the next decade. Maybe you do change the tide of the program, or you were a doormat for 30, 40 years, whatever it was, and everyone laughed at you when you came up on the schedule. You could change that, and Purdue could be one of those programs. There's no rule against it.
But
not today. Not this year.
Not today.
Barry Odom might be the right guy. It's too early to tell. He might be.
And you see what he's been able to do. I think as a coach, when you're going into a program, you want to get a grasp of the season, and you can look just at some of these scores, just the numbers some of the teams were put up. Notre Dame put up 56, and then 43 by Illinois the next week. Then they were able to get a hold on things.
From
Illinois. Yeah, and then they were able to get a hold.
Does he like to say Illinois?
No, I have. He doesn't know I have this. I had speech therapy as a kid. I had this thing with S's, and I had an IEP. But
you're from the Midwest, so you
he keeps attacking me, man.
You're from the Midwest, so it's not Meyer, it's Myers. It's not Kroger, it's Kroger's.
I have an S list, man. I've had it since I was a kid, man. Get off of me, man. Dang. That's my excuse.
Very rude, Dane.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
It's not good.
You had to throw in an IEP to try to make me feel bad. That's great.
You're a bad guy. You're a bad guy. All right, that's all I say. So what?
That is so petty. Okay, go ahead.
All right, man. I'm working on my S's, okay? He did, man. This guy attacks me every week. But it's bad because, you got on me, too, about Kroger.
Yeah, but that's a joke. I like it.
I know. I
do it now.
You say it now?
Yes.
Yes. There it is.
It's either Meyer
He's bought in.
It's either Myers or the Meyer. You put a the in front of it. I'm going to my pop-up used to say, I'm going to the Jewel. Jewel was the store out in Northwest Indiana.
Julasco?
The Julasco.
So you don't say Kroger's?
No.
You too good for it?
He's from Michigan. Toledo was in a battle with Michigan. Almost, it was like, there it is. And
I just think I can ease up. I didn't know it was hurting your feelings like this, but
no, it's not.
I just feel like Illinois lives in a different space than the Kroger's Giant Eagle, because that's like that's kind of like a thing that Ohio people do.
Are you saying I should have learned this when I learned my capitals?
No, but I'm saying there is an S on Illinois. You just have to know. Do not say it.
No, I have to
Don't say it.
bro. Listen.
And once you go on, and once so much time has passed, you just have to let that person just call it Illinois, right?
Okay, so
you just have to sort of stop at some point.
One more week, and I'm done.
Hold on.
So Rutgers has an S. I have to say Rutgers.
Okay, go on. Purdue.
Rucker?
They're
we just went off on a hell of a tangent right there. Let me
bring it back.
Let me tell you this. So the area, if we get a good clean day out there weather-wise, where it's still kind of up in the air, but Purdue's secondary, they give up almost 9 yards per pass attempt. And we know that Julian Sayin hardly ever puts the ball on the ground. It's either throwaways or a ball. No, a ball doesn't really slip out of his hands, or he gets some pressure put on him and he has to kind of hurry it, which is a real thing in college football. But the offensive line for Ohio State has done such a good job of that. We know Julian and Jeremiah Smith just got their Heisman campaigns fired up. Purdue's secondary is weak. You flip it to the other side of the ball. Ryan Brown has thrown 7 interceptions, and Ohio State's got the best scoring defense in the country. So a lot of factors, which leads to this being a 30-point spread for the Bucs.
Yeah, and then this Purdue team, what I was mentioning, Michigan, Rutgers, Northwestern, they've been able to keep the score under 27 points. So somehow in this defense the past couple of weeks has been able to, put a cap on the top of the deep end. It's going to be very tough with this group of receivers, and I know we've had a big passing day. I just expect this team to say, hey, beat us with the run today. That's what I feel like we're going to face.
Yeah, I don't go into these Ohio State games expecting blowouts this year.
I don't, yeah. I'm not falling for that anymore.
No, because we always have that expectation. They just don't set that expectation for themselves. So it's very clear that we're going to play the team that is against us, and we're just going to play this game to win, and we're going to execute what we do.
Yep.
We're not going to go out and try to put a jaw-dropping number up there for the country to see.
Define a blowout, though. Every game's a blowout when you give up 6 points and you put up 35, right?
Yeah, so it's almost more interesting, you're right, to watch the defensive number.
Yes.
It's almost more interesting to see, what can they hold the opponent to?
Yeah.
Because, you just expect them to score enough to make it happen. I just always am dicey on these big spreads because I don't expect these things to happen, especially the first half.
Ohio State this year.
Yeah.
Do you believe Ryan Day, though? Because I do, when he says, when it's time to step foot on the gas, we will.
Yes, I do.
When he says that this week.
I know. I believe that.
I didn't hear that he said that, but I completely believe
it's time to gas it up. We'll do it.
I believe there's a lot that we're holding back. I mean, we're definitely not doing the Indiana right now. We're not going to go and try and put 66 points up today. And then also, like Dane said, you're focusing on that defensive number because I think the real number for me is just how many more opportunities for our offense that we can create than Purdue gets. And we know if we just get more opportunities, out of those opportunities, we're going to execute, and these are going to be scoring drives versus when they get way less opportunity.
We're going to do a little thing called What They're Saying. You guys know this segment. Listen to some of the top sounds from the Buckeye players from the week. We got a tight end in Max Clare that used to play at Purdue. Stop laughing, Dane.
Keep that eye contact.
I'm filling in.
Dude, Tim
I got to know the segments.
We need to up our game. This show got professional, man. Wake up.
What does that mean for Matty?
He's doing eye contact. He's like, I don't know. Matt's just talking to us, and you're giving us we're on the afternoon drive.
Well, let's go.
All right.
Let's
I'm going to go get another cup of coffee. Yeah,
he's ready for Purdue.
I'll wake up.
Wake up. It's 8 o'clock now. We got a game day. Kegs and eggs. We're playing Purdue. We got to win this one. Best thing about being 8-0, getting to 9-0. Some of the sounds from the Buckeye players coming up. It's a pregame show on the Fan.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Hi, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Coming up, more football talk on The Fan.
That's right, Bob. And just like our hometown team, Worthington Jewelers is all about tradition, family, and winning moments.
Celebrate your victories with us, your hometown jeweler, Worthington Jewelers.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Relationship benefits at KeyBank reward you for things you were going to do anyway, like using your KeyBank checking account 5 times each month. You could unlock higher interest rates, more cash back, and loan discounts. Now, imagine getting rewarded for other things you were going to do anyway, like high-fiving.
Yes.
Calling your mom.
Hello.
Or petting cute dogs. If only. Learn how simple it is to get benefits when opening a checking account at key.com/relationship. KeyBank opens doors. All credit products subject to credit approval. KeyBank, member FDIC.
Plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC techs. It's time to get what you deserve. Join a team that offers better wages, secure pensions, employee-paid health care, and free training and continuing education. Apprentices, you'll earn while you learn. No student debt, just a solid future. It's more than a job, it's a career. Visit UALocal189.com and take the first step today.
We're back to football talk, but before we kick off, a quick thanks to Bob and the team at Worthington Jewelers.
Thanks, Common Man. Whether it's game day or every day, we're here to help you celebrate life's biggest moments.
Worthington Jewelers, your hometown jeweler.
What he said.
Around here, it's all or nothing. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anybody. Like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on any remaining new 25 Highlander or Grand Highlander, including hybrid models, with approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get Toyota Care, 2 years, no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, football fans, it's November in Ohio, and you know what that means. It's time to face that state up north in a battle to claim forgotten funds. Join us in the statewide challenge and visit com.ohio.gov/radio to help support Ohio's takedown of Michigan. The state with the most searches wins. Who knows? Unclaimed funds could help you buy a seat to the big game next year. Claim your money today at com.ohio.gov/radio.
Common Man and Timmy.
I saw 2 guys get into it in the bathroom, and one guy threw the other one in the tub of urine.
Oh.
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. This is the Fans Game Day Scoreboard.
This game day update is sponsored by Mutual Federal, proudly serving Columbus with personal and business solutions at mutualfederal.com.
And I'm Cole Bartimus. We're doing things a little bit differently today. Our countdown to kickoff is focused on 1 o'clock this afternoon. You won't see many of those, but that's what we got for top-ranked Ohio State as they'll be in West Lafayette taking on Purdue. We got you locked in with pregame coverage all the way till kickoff right here on The Fan. Elsewhere, the action gets started right at high noon. Conference realignment has gifted us an unusual but highly touted matchup between number 7 BYU and number 8 Texas Tech. Tech has only 1 loss. BYU remains perfect thus far. That one will be in Lubbock. At 3:30, number 3 Texas A&M will be in Como taking on number 22 Missouri. After this week, A&M's only ranked opponent left in front of them will be the Longhorns, who they'll see on Black Friday. Also at 3:30, number 9 Oregon will pay a visit to Kinnick Stadium to play the number 20 Iowa Hawkeyes. Both teams are 4-1 in Big Ten play.
The ultimate way to get ready for another Buckeye victory. You're listening to the KeyBank Pregame Show. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. It's time to find out what they're saying.
And you are listening to the KeyBank Fan Pregame Show. I'm Timmy Hall, in for my buddy Matty Ice today. Devere Posey and Dane Sanzenbacher are here, and we're ready to keep cooking. So we can hear from a lot of players in this segment, but I wanted to start with the tight end, Max Clare, who gets to play his former school. Do you guys put more stock into this? I know the transfer portal has more blown up since you guys left the sport, but this happens all the time now. So I'm almost thinking that it's dumbed down a little bit, the notion of playing your former team, and your eyes get wide, like you want to go out there and prove a point. I don't know if it's necessarily that way.
This one feels
it's another
like
football game, and you want to perform well because you want to play good football.
Mighty Ducks pops into my head for some reason.
Why?
You remember, it wasn't an Adam Banks? Or
Adam Banks?
He played against his other team.
You think it's like that?
You know what? It feels like I don't know how you approach this one. Okay, so the
They're
transfer
like
portal is
laughing at him
weird.
pregame.
Is weird now because I think on some level you're like, all right, Max, you think you're too good for us now because he was their best player, right? And then transferring to an in-conference team to then play against your team.
Yeah, but he was forced. It was the county lines or whatever. Bombay went in and said, "You guys
I
are
was like,
cheaters.
huh?
I'm like, yeah.
You shouldn't be playing for the what was the name of the bad team?
I can't
the
remember.
D-bags. And the coach was a bad guy.
Bad guy. Oh
It's
my
not
gosh, all time
worth
bad
playing
guy.
if you can't win. Really?
Bad
Tell
guy.
that to Purdue. They should just pack it up and go home right now. Man.
Yeah, so I don't know how they'll. Yeah, there's that side of it. You're like, okay, way to ditch us, Max. Like you would kind of feel salty about it, but I kind of in this day and age, or in this like world of college football, you probably have a bunch of guys in that team who are like, I can't blame you. That's what we're trying to do. Like we're trying to get our chance.
What's
to,
it like over there, bro?
Yeah, what's it like? To get our chance and get paid and pretty much go to that top tier. So I don't know if it'll be as rival-ish as it will be like an NFL player that's playing against their former team. If they left on good terms, some of the guys are still there that they played with. You say hi
A
before
lot of
the
turnover,
game.
though, with a new coach. Tons.
Yeah,
they
he
were
did.
so bad last year. They won one football game. That's all they were able to do.
And
But
when you say it was forced, I wasn't thinking about the movie. I was like, it's almost like you get when a new coach comes, you can obviously look into the portal with no issues, right? Like nobody's looking.
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Right?
the man had a chance to be the tight end at Ohio State.
Yeah, and the new
What do you
coach
want
had
him to
I'm
do?
leaving. Yeah, so I don't think there's
It's
any
a good
harsh
move.
feelings. Yeah, I'm out of here.
It's a good move. His brother, so Max was on the coach's show. Did you know that his brother, Luke, is at Purdue still? He's a redshirt freshman. He's a big boy, too, 6'6", 240 pounds. Maybe he gets some traction, becomes a good one someday. But he's been playing Max on the Purdue scout team here to get ready for it.
That's a cool story.
It's pretty unique, to say the least. And I've talked to him a few times. He's having a good time doing it too. So
I'm sure he's trying to,
that's really
play
funny.
worse to emulate his brother.
Well,
Right?
no, this is his interview. If you get a chance to get some reps, bro, you might be at Ohio State next year too.
The tight end room is pretty close at Ohio State right now. It's really impressive with the number of guys they have and how each guy does something really well. Max talked about his relationship with another transfer in from Ohio, Will Kazmir.
I got to know him really well when I first got here. Obviously, a similar situation. So he was a great person to talk to and kind of lean on and try to get any information I can from him, just about the whole process. And we've grown to be super great friends. So it's been a great relationship with him so far.
This is probably something the two of you weren't as accustomed to as well, how Max here says they are not looking at Purdue tape from last year because of all the turnover.
We haven't looked at that at all. A lot of new faces, pretty much a 90% turnover or whatever it was. So we actually watched a decent amount of them when we played Washington because obviously the D coordinator there was my head coach last year. So, but yeah, this year, not at all from last year. So
interesting. And I know Barry Odom came from UNLV where he was for a couple of seasons, turned that program around, and that's how he got the job here at Purdue.
Yeah, that's always interesting, the weeks that you're studying more principles versus like the real-time team, just because that D coordinator has came from another place. You can just get more insight over like season stories, how they play a defense. And those weeks are always interesting. It's funny that Max Clare mentioned, the preparation this week is it's evolved, right? Like, and so I just love that Ohio State and Matt Patricia is teaching principles and, hey, like this is what this guy is teaching these players. And those weeks are always interesting.
What was your relationship, Dane, as wide receivers with the tight ends? I mean, there was
They're
never
hybrids.
any.
They're hybrids. They're cool.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah, they're cool.
You appreciate a good tight end, don't you, as a wide receiver?
Yeah, they're all right. Wasn't it 2 weeks ago?
They're
hybrids. They're good.
Yeah,
like when
wasn't
they
it like
take our
National
catches.
Tight Ends Day or something?
It was
we were talking
National
about
Tight
this?
Ends. Yeah, it happens in October. And I got a lot of love for tight ends. That's my first football position. I was a tight end. And so I love tight ends. I'm
yeah,
cool
know
with
what
the
it
tight
is.
ends.
Like
Yeah,
it
you
was
do.
cool, especially in our. They weren't really stepping on your toes of catches, especially in like the 2010s. Like we weren't.
They weren't threat.
But it was like
take that, Jake Ballard.
Well, but it was
Where
like
you at, Jake?
Jason
It was a great catch you made against Oregon, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they weren't a threat. They knew it. Though.
They weren't, but they were like always looking at like the receivers and like envy. They're
Yeah,
like, oh
can
man,
I come to the
like,
drills you guys do?
Yeah, like can we do that? And
Yeah.
so it was always that relationship of, oh man, what's it like to get the ball? That's what it felt like.
And then you love them because they have the selflessness of an offensive lineman,
and they're doing all the blocking. Yeah,
but they have the flair of a receiver. So you're like, man, tight end could be a dude. It can always be a good guy.
Let's hear from our good, clean quarterback. Do you want to hear Julian saying lying right now? Would you like to hear him lie?
Let's see.
He's saying how Purdue's defense is going to present a good challenge.
They're a very good defense. They're well coached and they play hard and they're physical. So it's going to be a good challenge for us. We're going to have to be very sharp in our identification and be very sharp above the ears and kind of figure out what's going on.
That's very polite. Now, do you want to hear him speak about Jeremiah Smith or Carnell Tate next?
Let's hear Jay Smith
on Jeremiah. Here he is.
His work ethic is unmatched. He's able to, his skill set is very good, but the way he works in practice and the way he fine tunes his craft is very special. So I think the ability for him to go make some great catches, but then also he'll go and dig out a safety and go make some great blocks, and he practices that. It shows up on a Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you see it on Saturdays.
You see, I'd like to see Jeremiah Smith, as Julian's saying, quarterbacks breaking him down. He had the deflection catch, which just oohed and awed everybody, like we were watching a great fireworks show on the 4th. But what you two did, I'd like to see Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith sort of tandem. See that play that you guys made. What was that against? A MAC opponent?
That was against Purdue, Penn State.
It was Penn State.
Oh my God! Yes,
Yep.
I tried to make that against Akron or Kent State or somebody.
Night game
It was against Penn State.
Yeah, we
and we
planned
had
it.
a tippy canoe play to the back of the end zone. You tipped and Dane caught, right?
We planned it.
No, it was
Sure.
the ball had not come my way that much, so I thought I would just hang around DeVere in case something happened. So I did an outfield center field turn,
And it was great.
and just went over to you when the ball was in the air, just in case.
You were wearing a sleeve that game? You had on a single sleeve that
you
game?
always, yeah. What was I doing with that?
Here,
You were
doing
rubbing
something
off on
special.
me.
You were doing something
You were
special.
rubbing off. Yeah, there was no need. I was not injured. That was just a sleeve.
it was a beautiful play.
And he had on some flair.
And I know that you had to hate that Dane Sansenbacher wound up with a 50-plus yard touchdown in the end.
Well, to be honest with you, I think me wanting to win, no, I was really happy about it because
It was going to be an incompletion.
yeah,
anyway.
it was going to be.
I didn't
it was
take
not
it
a
from
good
you.
pass. It wasn't a good pass. It was. I just believe
You were there.
No.
You were in double coverage, and you almost made the play.
No, the truth is, love TP. Gotta say it. Dane was open on that play. It shouldn't have came to me. It should have been just like a beeline ball over the middle linebacker because the safety was like in between me and Dane.
Okay.
And it should have been in front of him. So he kind of collapsed on me. And it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, that worked out. And I think it was a score that put us ahead. So, no, not mad at all about that.
Here's what Julian said, one more real quick, on building that chemistry with Carnell Tate.
The reps we've had in practice and over the summer, we're very comfortable, and he makes great catches. And Coach Hart always says you're judged by what you do when the ball comes your way. And when the ball comes his way, he's always making a catch and making a guy miss. So I think it's just that trust that I have in him.
Well, they are going to have another opportunity to put up some big-time numbers, and it's too bad, the way things work, that you can't have everybody in the Heisman race. And so Ohio State made their choices. It was the right choices, too, if they're going to campaign. And we'll see if the campaigning backfires, because we're talking with Adam Rittenberg from ESPN earlier. He hadn't really seen cases where if you do it for two people, that one winds up winning the Heisman Trophy. But I still
actually have to campaign?
No, you don't. No, of course not. It's just something that a program will do to shine some more
You don't
light
have to,
on
but
it. It's not. It's
You were
nice.
saying it
It's
like
a
I was
nice
like, you know
look.
something I don't? Like,
No,
do
it's
they
not
have
like
to
you
put
gotta,
out
like-
like a flyer?
No,
Like,
You
here's
have to
what
like
we're
put in a
no.
ballot or
like
an application, but
we back.
you do.
Julian for Heisman. Like,
all right.
did they have to make a call?
We're going to gloss over some of our tough animals in college football outside of Columbus this past week. Devere Posey, Dane Sanzenbacher. I'm Timmy Hall in for Matty Ice. It's your pregame show on The Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
Ma, the meatloaf!
The Fan.
Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival returns May 14th through 17th with My Chemical Romance, Tool, Bring Me the Horizon, and Shinedown. Plus, Pierce the Veil, Good Charlotte, The Offspring, Sublime, Godsmack, Breaking Benjamin, Marilyn Manson, and so many more. Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio, May 14th to 17th. Passes on sale now for as low as $1 down at SonicTempleFestival.com.
Drive your dream car home today, no matter your credit history. Hey, it's Phil here at Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall. We proudly accept all credit types, good, bad, or none. Get pre-approved in minutes and hit the road with confidence. Get your new ride today. Call 614-861-7150 or shop our huge selection online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Your perfect ride is credit ready and waiting at Capital Ford of Columbus.
If you're ready to step off the sidelines and into a position that impacts your community,
Then join the Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
just like football, it takes teamwork, dedication, and drive.
And at the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, you can and will make a difference.
Join one of the highest paying law enforcement agencies in Ohio.
And make change happen in the community.
In the lives of others.
And in your own life.
Join the winning team. Apply at sheriff.franklincountyohio.gov.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Common Man here. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free in 36 months of 0% financing, plus a bonus $500 off. Restrictions apply. Give them a call. 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Laura De Leon, president of Key Bank in Central Ohio. Here at Key, we believe in providing a helping hand in our community. While helping hands are wonderful, a helping bank is even better. That's a bank committed to solving people's financial needs, but it doesn't stop there. We advocate, we support, we listen, and we volunteer. That's a bank that is always ready to meet you in the moment. Key Bank opens doors.
Key Bank, member FDIC.
Around here, it's all or nothing. And nobody has more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on any remaining new 25 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Or lease a new gas-powered RAV4 LE for $289 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Love football, love wings? Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Vern live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fan's YouTube channel. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Saturday, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day, high near 60. Rain showers come back for Sunday and into Sunday night, turning to a mix of rain and snow and all snow by Monday. Look out for some possible slick spots early Monday morning. That's your latest 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. You're listening to the KeyBank Pregame Show. The only way to get ready for a Buckeye game. Your home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan. The Fan's one tough animal.
Next segment, Adam King of 10 TV scheduled to appear as we're getting ready for Ohio State and Purdue in a 1 o'clock kickoff in West Lafayette. Guys, let's span around college football and check out some of the top performers from last week. I got a special one that's not actually a player when it's all said and done. Devere, let's start with you. Give me some animals out there.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 2 of our guys last week, man. I just felt like Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate just just had great performances. And when you look at those guys and just what they've been able to do all season, man, Carnell Tate went for 124 and Jeremiah is 100 yards plus too. Is just they're ranked inside the top 20 across the nation. And just, obviously wide receiver but you can't like just throw the ball down the field and catch it with the ease that these guys are doing it. And it's just like we're operating at a crazy efficiency level, and it's due in part to their professionalism, and they'll be pros one day, and just Julian just being super accurate. But this is a display of passing and catching. I think, Tim, that's just probably been the cleanest in a very long time. Because I remember when we had CJ and Marvin, like it took a while for them to connect on things. Obviously, we would have downs, but just like you can see Julian's efficiency on display with just complete deep downfield passes.
Oh, man.
It's not dink and dunk.
People have tried to show us some of the data that they haven't taken enough shots downfield, but when he does,
this is beautiful execution.
The deep balls last week, they're just right in the player's hands.
Do you know this got him play? You know this story? And
they put it in at halftime, right?
And the live call, I love to hear like in-time adjustments and us taking shots, and that's just where this offense is right now.
Describe that play. Like, describe what was maybe going on with Penn State's defense and what they were able to do in a play that wasn't even in the playbook.
It was
and then it hit for 50-plus early third quarter against Jim Knowles' defense.
Anytime Carnell Tate was on the right side, any inside release, the safety was jumping. He was biting down on inside releases, believing that he's doing an inside cutting route on inside releases. So if he goes outside, he'll get depth and kind of go outside. Go towards the sideline.
Sure.
So with the inside release, Carnell Tate just gives a simple head nod, just a little hint, just a little bit of salt right there, and then
put a little fresh pepper here.
Just a little lime squeeze right at the top, and then that's all the space he needed. And Julian, and that's what Ryan Day said, got him. So if you keep biting down on inside releases, we got you. And we're gonna go over your head. And I'm not going over there. I'm going here. And it was a touchdown.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
You idiot. I'm not going over there.
Carnell Tate, this is easy for me. This is child's play. Dane, one tough animal, or two tough, or three tough animals. What do you got?
I've got two tough, because I think this says it's a cool story and a good picture to look at where these two guys are. So my two tough animals from this past week are Julian Sand and Arch Manning. Yep, two of them right here.
Game one competitors.
That's what I'm looking at. So
you're doing a little Longhorn for the people that couldn't see that.
No, I was doing two.
Yep.
But I guess that's just how I do two.
Double.
Yep.
Dual threat.
Two tough animals, dual threat. So obviously Julian had a great game last week. He could have been tough animal on his own. He's threw for 316 and 4 touchdowns, incredibly efficient, like as he's always been.
Yeah.
Arch Manning also had a great game. They beat Vandy 328 and 3 touchdowns. So over 300 yards, over 3 touchdowns for both of these guys. And it's funny to watch. Well, it's cool to watch where they're both at now versus where they were week one. Like how much they've grown to this is their stat line. If you look at week one, Julian was 126, 1 touchdown. Arch threw for 170 and 1 touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys both came in their first games and trying to kind of feel it out. And over however many weeks it's been, now progressed into okay, now they're putting up quarterback numbers.
Yep.
So it's funny. I really want, I think when we played Texas earlier in the year, we felt like we could be watching, okay, this is the next generation of quarterback. Okay, this is like the next guys in college. And we were hoping Julian got there. We thought the hype was around Arch that he might. And I think that's so cool to have dudes like that are going to be in college for a while, that are going to be
stars
like coming
Colt
back.
McCoy's, Tim
yes,
Tebow's,
at their school that they're coming back. You know who you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like star for 1 year and then in the NFL. I think they're two guys that are budding stars in this. Maybe they're already there, but it would be fun for years to come. And I like to see where they're at this point as quarterbacks.
Well, it's like for Arch, let him do his thing for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Let him do his thing for a while.
Development is what we're speaking about.
He can't help what the outside world is going to do.
Yep.
And he's not making that hype. That's because of his last name. And he had a couple of dazzling performances in spot time last year. But quarterback is a position about leading a team, and it's about building consistency, which is something I'm really impressed with how Julian Sand has done this, because they had a plan with him. And going back to that Texas game, people talk about the training wheels, right? And we talked already on this show about how Ryan Day has sort of sneakily said some things like, oh, when we need to cook, we're going to cook.
Yeah.
But they've kind of let Julian Sayin learn and lean on his team, and now they're kind of leaning on him back for him to make some of these impressive throws and help this offense. Because I do think the one little area is the running game, which maybe they wouldn't admit, but they actually are outspoken about that too. They need to be a little bit more efficient in their run game as they go on.
And it's going to happen. And that's this team. They can beat a lot of college football in multiple ways, and we have yet to see all the ways we can win. But who do you got for your one tough family?
So I'm gonna go. Did you have any more Julian Sayin and Arch Manning?
Yep.
So I thought we could look at this dude because we were talking about wide receiver stats in the break and how Jeremiah Smith is right there at about 15th in the country in yards, but we know he's the overall best player. It doesn't come down to just stats.
He's Carnell 16th.
Carnell Tate is right there, both in the top 20, and they're close. They're both in the 700s with their receiving yards. Jeremiah has Carnell by a couple in touchdown catches. But this is the second straight year this dude named Danny Scudero at San Jose State has been really dynamic. And you wonder what he's going to be in the future, if this is going to be an NFL dude because of the program he comes from. But Dane, 5'9", 174 pounds. But this dude has 63 catches, 1,085 yards, and 10 touchdowns this year. He was held down by Utah State, but against Wyoming the week before, he had 10 catches, 180 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And then the bounce back from the Utah State game, so this going to last week's game now, Hawaii, 7 catches, 215 yards, and 2 touchdowns. They play Air Force today, so San Jose State will play the Falcons.
And in his freshman year, he had 52 receptions for 600 plus and 5 touchdowns. Like, this is no mistake. Production doesn't lie. Man. This dude is a baller.
He's a good player, right?
He's a baller.
There are NFL dudes, obviously, that come from all over the map, but you don't even have to be playing Division I football, and you will get found, and you will get your opportunity. I'll just be curious to see how this guy stacks up. I also wanted to shout out James Madison's quarterback, because we're all talking about Curt Cignetti and the rise that he's had coming from that program. Well, no, have you realized that James Madison is still really flipping good? So I think part of that was Curt Cignetti and what they built. Also part of it, I come from a little bit of a James Madison family, so I've been there. I've hung out in Harrisonburg, and it is a neat little place in Western Virginia, not West Virginia, out in Harrisonburg. And they were happy being an FCS program, and they were starting to dominate there. They'd won a national championship, and then they saw where the money was, and they had that chance to get into the Sun Belt, right? And they wanted to jump up to FBS, and that's a risky play for any program like that. You don't really know how that's going to go, but I think they were confident in how they could recruit the state. And now you think about that part of Virginia, you really got to go a bit to have your Virginia Tech down in the southwest corner of the state. West Virginia's out there, your neighbors to the west. But then it's a pretty good haul before you get into the DMV area where you got Maryland. And so maybe they saw the opportunity, and Curt Cignetti got it to a place. And then their next coach, Bob Chesney, is 7-1. And their quarterback, Alonzo Barnett III, his second year starting for them. So they went from Cignetti, and then Barnett took over at quarterback. He had a good year, and he just had a really good performance last week as they beat Texas State on the road 52-20. He had 4 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. He had 295 passing yards in that performance. So you talk about dual threat. That's what Alonzo Barnett III is for James Madison. And I'd like to call a coach one tough animal. One tough maniac, too. You know this guy.
Yeah, man.
This is your former guy from the Houston Texans. Bill O'Brien, he was a former Ohio State coach for about 2 seconds. And then he left to take over Boston College. Things ain't going so well this year. But is Bill O'Brien throwing in the towel? No. And if you want to bring some negative bull crap into my facility, well, we're going to have an issue.
Coach, wondering, do you have a message for the fans? Obviously losing to Notre Dame, Catholic school rival, 1-8 now in the season BC. I've heard from a lot of fans. They're just really down.
I'm really glad. You know, I'm glad you're down. I'm not down. Nobody's down. We're fighting. We're competing. You know, it's the second year of this program, Mike. You always come in here with these down questions. Like, you show up like once a month or something like that. You come in here with these down questions. I'm not down. I don't know what year you graduated from BC, but this is a program that we're building. Okay. Nobody here's down. We're positive. We're going to show up and play our asses off against SMU. You can go out there in your dark, clouded world or whatever it is and do what you want to do. We're not down. The sun is up, and we're fighting. That's my message to the fans. What's up, Trevor? How you doing?
Yeah, that's T-Pot.
What do you got, Trevor?
And that was a PG-13 version.
The Trevor part.
Yeah, what's
Trevor,
up, Trevor?
say something positive. I'm really going to lose it.
Oh, you're next. No
Trevor's
pressure.
like, uh-oh.
Hey, that's my message to the fans. What's up, Trevor?
My hand wasn't up, Coach. I'm scared.
Hey, listen, man.
Oh, my God.
First 3 words, Tim. Oh, I'm glad.
I'm glad
You feel that. This is going left. This is going left. That's almost like being in a team meeting, somebody raising their hand and somebody asking a dumb question.
Unbelievable.
Because that guy can get there fast.
We'll turn it back to the game on
Mike,
hand
you
here.
come here once a month.
Mike, you're always bringing this negative bull crap in here, buddy.
Once a month, that's a negative question.
Trevor, what do you got, buddy? Dane Sanzenbacher, DeVere Posey are here. I'm Timmy Holland for Matty Ice. We're going to talk to 10 TV's
Trevor.
Adam King as we keep heading towards the 1 o'clock kickoff, Ohio State against Purdue. It's your pregame show on The Fan.
The biggest guests, earth-shattering opinions, and Matty making Anthony do push-ups during commercial breaks.
I can't feel my leg.
My bad, bro. Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Hi, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Coming up, more football talk on The Fan.
That's right, Bob. And just like our hometown team, Worthington Jewelers is all about tradition, family, and winning moments.
Celebrate your victories with us, your hometown jeweler, Worthington Jewelers.
Black Friday deals are happening all month long at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Right now, you can lease a brand new 2025 or 2026 Chevy Trax LT for just $299 a month for 36 months. Or get it for only $329 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. With over 20 Trax in stock, you're sure to find the perfect fit for your lifestyle. Plus, McDaniel GM Superstore has been family-owned for over 100 years. Just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Remember that rush you got as a kid ripping open your favorite pack of cards? Well, guess what? You can feel it again at Midwest Cards. Right next to Nationwide Arena, this place is a collector's dream with thousands of packs from all eras. Chase that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, pull a rare Michael Jordan, or even hit your favorite Pokemon and relive that childhood thrill. Plus, you can shop their pack wall, kick back in their roomy sports lounge, or even bring in your old cards to sell or trade. Get to Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold. Open the door to peace of mind with your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan. Your furnace is the heart of your home, and Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing, together to serve you better.
Drive your dream car home today, no matter your credit history. Hey, it's Phil here at Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall. We proudly accept all credit types, good, bad, or none. Get pre-approved in minutes and hit the road with confidence. Get your new ride today. Call 614-861-7150 or shop our huge selection online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Your perfect ride is credit ready and waiting at Capital Ford of Columbus.
We're back to football talk, but before we kick off, a quick thanks to Bob and the team at Worthington Jewelers.
Thanks, Common Man. Whether it's game day or every day, we're here to help you celebrate life's biggest moments.
Worthington Jewelers, your hometown jeweler.
What he said.
Always and forever your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Fan's Game Day Scoreboard.
This game day update is sponsored by Mutual Federal, proudly serving Columbus with personal and business solutions at mutualfederal.com.
And I'm Cole Bartimus. We're doing things a little bit differently today. Our countdown to kickoff is focused on 1 o'clock this afternoon. You won't see many of those, but that's what we got for top-ranked Ohio State as they'll be in West Lafayette taking on Purdue. We got you locked in with pregame coverage all the way till kickoff right here on The Fan. Elsewhere, the action gets started right at high noon. Conference realignment has gifted us an unusual but highly touted matchup between number 7 BYU and number 8 Texas Tech. Tech has only one loss. BYU remains perfect thus far. That one will be in Lubbock. At 3:30, number 3 Texas A&M will be in Como taking on number 22 Missouri. After this week, A&M's only ranked opponent left in front of them will be the Longhorns, who they'll see on Black Friday. Also at 3:30, number 9 Oregon will pay a visit to Kinnick Stadium to play the number 20 Iowa Hawkeyes. Both teams are 4-1 in Big Ten play.
The only way to do game day. This is the KeyBank Pregame Show, getting you ready for all things scarlet and gray. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Yes, indeed. This is the KeyBank Fan Pregame Show. Ohio State at Purdue, 1 o'clock kickoff. The network coverage gets going at 11:30 a.m. We'll send it out there to the broadcast booth. Paul Keels, Jim Lachey, Skip Mossick, Tyler Danberg in company. I've got Devere Posey and Dane Sanzenbacher. Pleased to work with a couple of the finest wide receivers I've ever known. And
thanks, Tim.
Dane, you gotta turn your microphone on so I can hear your smug reactions.
I left it off on purpose.
you did.
I know where the button is.
Just far enough away right there. Speaking of smug, 10 TV's Adam King is with us right now. I'm just kidding. Ooh. You're a great guy. Ooh. King, what are we doing this morning?
Well, I'm just so beyond blessed to be with two great Ohio State receivers and Timmy Hall. I mean, that's just... what an amazing way to start your day.
We've kept it on brand. See, Tim doesn't even know how this segment goes, and he hits you with a stray before you even could speak. So that's usually how this goes. Hi, Adam.
Hi, guys.
Good morning.
What are you up to?
I'm waking up. This is, I don't know why. It's an extra hour later for some reason that no one will ever know. By the way, nobody has got an answer about why is it a 1 o'clock kick?
Are you in a Red Roof
Big Ten Network?
Big Ten Network kicks off at noon, though. They kick off at noon a lot.
We kick off whenever we want to kick off. That's what we do. I thought you were asking about daylight savings and how no one knows about. That's what I thought you were referring to that. Talking about the kickoff.
Yeah,
that is a good. I'm happy to know that even you don't know, Adam, because I haven't heard a good explanation. So nobody has come up and said, "Here's why we're doing this 1 at 1."
I think we're testing out the market.
We're trying to see. I will say I have always been a firm believer of if you staggered college football a little more, you would have some amazing moments on Saturdays where you could catch the end of more than just because you got so many games coming down to the wire at the exact same time. I want to see, like I think back to when Oregon and Penn State were in overtime and Georgia and Alabama was coming down to the wire. Why not stagger those starts 15 minutes apart? Then everybody gets to watch the end.
I'm with you on that, Adam, because college football is so different than the NFL and that's part of what makes it beautiful is you can't watch everything, but there's so much variety and there's so much of a selection. If there is any game, you can just pull up any scoreboard and then go to what is coming down to a dramatic finish. And if they're all happening at the exact same time, then that makes that tough. And putting it into the multi-view, you can only pay attention to so much if it's all happening. You almost have to pick one thing and then really sink your teeth into it. I don't care about this one being at 1 o'clock, Adam. I care that we get to see Ohio State go out there and check another thing off the box. Where are you? We're in this part of the season, Adam, and Devere spoke about it earlier, where the mood just seems eerily calm about this football team and about this football season so far.
Well, I think it feels calm because that's the culture Ryan Day has built, and you have to appreciate what the Buckeyes are doing here. They're a team that they don't lose this game in the Ryan Day era. They have yet. I'm removing the game last year, obviously, against Michigan, because that's a whole different level of a matchup. But if you take that away, Ryan Day has never lost to a ranked opponent. And so it's just a bizarre thing to always have your team ready to go. It's something that is so underappreciated in college football nowadays. And it's a testament to the culture of what is inside the Woody right now. And for these Buckeyes, they've really just challenged themselves down the stretch here. I think they probably would tell you, maybe they wouldn't admit it, but they know that they don't have a test left here until they get to Michigan, but they do have a test because they just want to push themselves and see how good they can be. And really, I keep calling it, they're like fine tuning. They're tinkering all the way in the season. You don't often get to do that tinkering while you're in live action, but that's what they're able to do right now. And as you heard Ryan say, when they need to go, they'll start going on offense.
It's definitely a luxury to be able to tinker while you're going through the season. And I think that we've seen that in matchups like this one throughout the year. That's kind of the approach they take. What would your thought be on what the focus will be for Ohio State this week, especially on offense? Obviously, the defense is always, they're going to react. They're going to try to shut things down and try to put up a shutout if they can. But on the offensive end, do you have any hint of what the focus will be, something they want to sharpen up this week?
Well, I think it was interesting because Penn State was the first team that really allowed Ohio State to throw the deep ball. They challenged, ironically, Jim Knowles, the man who knows how good Jeremiah and Carnell are, challenged him and said, all right, you got to beat us with those two, and they did just that. I think Purdue will likely drop back and continue to play, as we've seen a lot of these teams make Ohio State drive down the field, limit their abilities, sit back in a deep zone. And so with that, it's going to be, again, having Ohio State challenge themselves in the run game and see if they can establish that. We've heard all season this is a team that's passed to open up the run. I don't necessarily know that that's where they want to be. And so they're okay with challenging themselves in a game like this again, much like they did with Wisconsin, much like they did early on, I guess, in that Badgers game. And we've seen a couple times this season where they're going to force the run game because they need it to work down the stretch. And the only way to make sure it works is to work on it in a game like this.
Absolutely. I mean, that scares me sometimes because that gives me like the feeling of like what we try to do versus Michigan, like when we're trying to like force the run game. I just hope we don't make it close. And I know this Purdue team has been getting a handle on being able to keep a cap on the defense. So me and Dane were speaking, this 30-point spread, like just don't get tricked. But I wanted to ask you, what's your schedule for the day? Where are you at? You in the Red Roof Inn out there in Lafayette? What are you doing?
Oh, he's back, baby.
Oh, you're back here.
Yeah.
You're here. Oh, so you're not in the studio? Okay.
He's coming to work.
Okay. So you didn't come in today. I thought you were out there, Adam.
No, it's still too early to come in and see you guys. It's 8:41 in the morning. That's so much. That's this is a sleep-in kind of Saturday. Although it is beautiful, it's nice and sunny.
Adam, I thought you went to all the games.
I did too.
What is going on?
Yeah, no, I got to take a Saturday off here and enjoy it on television.
Okay, here we go. Is everybody relaxing this weekend?
See, Dang. All of our superstitious fans out here like, come on, man.
Here we go. Well, is everybody relaxing around this game? I'm not relaxing.
This is the first game this year I'll get to watch on television, so kick my feet up and see how that goes.
Man, could you imagine? I don't know why I sounded SEC right there. Oh, man. Send Nicole Sharon to West Lafayette. Buckeyes lose their first game,
Brian
man.
Kelly action right there.
Yeah.
Me and my family.
Man.
That's beautiful.
King, thank you so much, buddy.
Hey, Timmy, thank you.
Adam, go back to bed.
Adam, are we going to see, when are you coming into the station? Should I wait for you?
Probably not.
Okay.
I probably won't see you this morning.
Okay. I'll save my embrace for later.
It's too bad for all of our fans.
I will say you can always just sit there and wait on me.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be there at some point.
Okay. I'll leave you a note at your desk.
Tell your family that you'll see them sometime,
I'm just waiting. I'm anxiously waiting for Adam to wake up and get out of bed.
I just can't believe you're at home, Adam, and all our fans on 10 TV Plus. There's stuff we could be doing. There's breakdowns. There's segments. There's Tyvus on the
Timmy,
telestrator. Any number of things we could be doing.
Well, Timmy, if you turn your TV to 10 TV in exactly 17 minutes, it'll be Game Time with Ryan Day, the official coaches show presented by Ohio State Athletics.
But we're still on. We're still on.
You can listen to us and watch. If you like to party, you like the radio and TV.
Thanks to promote over our show, Adam. Thanks.
Hey, Adam.
Oh no. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, guys.
Cole, did we lose connection on this call? Where did he go? Oh, we got the fish in. The fish to the chest.
There he goes.
Good morning.
He just got hooked. Okay. Adam, thanks so much, buddy. We'll talk to you next week. Always a great time to catch up with our sports anchor for 10 TV. You will catch him on the coverage all afternoon here on our sister station. As we come back here, who's got the heat, baby? Did I just go too far ahead? I did. It's the Behind Enemy Lines. There it is.
Say we can do whatever you want.
That's what's coming up.
It is.
Behind Enemy Lines. We'll take a deeper dive into these Purdue Boilermakers. We will hear from the head coach, first-year coach Barry Odom, Devere Posey, Dane Sanzenbacher. I'm Timmy Hall, in for Matty Ice. It's the pregame show on The Fan.
1, 2, 3. Here in The Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan.
Atlas Butler has convenient 2-hour service windows for heating, cooling, and plumbing service. Because nobody likes waiting around. You listen in BMB? Nobody likes waiting around.
Call 1-800-FURNACE.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity, I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Are you ready for some amazing Black Friday deals? Head on over to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. You can lease a brand new 2026 Chevy Equinox front-wheel drive LT for just $309 a month for 36 months. Or if financing is more your style, grab it for only $415 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. McDaniel GM Superstore has been family-owned for over 100 years, ensuring a no-hassle sales experience that feels like home. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion or McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Columbus has trusted Atlas Butler for heating and cooling since 1921. They didn't start out doing plumbing because home plumbing wasn't really a thing yet. Yeah, they've been around a while.
Call 1-800-FURNACE.
If you're ready to step off the sidelines and into a position that impacts your community,
Then join the Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
just like football, it takes teamwork, dedication, and drive.
And at the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, you can and will make a difference.
Join one of the highest paying law enforcement agencies in Ohio.
And make change happen in the community.
In the lives of others.
And in your own life.
Join the winning team. Apply at sheriff.franklincountyohio.gov.
Round here, it's all or nothing. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Like the best-selling Toyota Camry. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Camrys. Or lease a new 26 Camry LE for $269 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now. It's Enjoy all the football this weekend, but remember to join us for Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. The ultimate way to get ready for another Buckeye victory. You're listening to the KeyBank Pregame Show. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. The fans behind enemy lines.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers.
Timmy Hall, Dane Sanzenbacher, and DeVere Posey getting ready for Ohio State at Purdue. As we sink our teeth more into this Purdue program right now, they are 2-7 coming into today's game. They're 0-6 in Big Ten play. But for starters, either of you guys worried about the performance they logged against Michigan? And this is a team that, as we'll hear from Barry Odom, they're starting to excel in special teams. So at least there's that.
That can be very important.
Yes,
I'm not even being facetious. That's like,
I'd like
in
to
these
see
games, if you can catch one there, you can turn the tide by an errant punt or getting one blocked. Yeah, it's huge.
Yep.
Going into this game, you're definitely thinking that for Purdue. If your special teams are trending in that direction, and Ohio State has been seemingly not perfect, but no one has tried fake punts, or fake kicks, or onside surprises. So if I'm Purdue, I'm 2-7. Hey, we played this Michigan team 21-16 last week. We felt like we were able to keep, a handle on them. And in just 2 games prior to that, Tim, they've been able to keep teams under 27 points. I think a win for me as a Boilermaker is Ohio State leaves here with about 30 points. And we're able to do something on special teams, but just slow this team down, slow their efficiency down. And you heard in Julian's interview, like, they do pose a threat. And Dan, you've played in games like this, right, where the defense is in one coverage all game. And it just comes down to, can we execute dink and dunk down the field? Can we pick up these third downs? Or they're seemingly, Tim, it's a mindset of we're going to take away the big play. And so that execution standpoint from a young quarterback, I don't really think – Julian has had to win a couple games like that, and we have great receivers that can take the top off. But if they're really far back –
if they're really convinced to keeping them in front – then you should be able to just march down the field methodically and put points on the board.
Let me.
That takes time.
Let me put you behind enemy lines, DeVere.
Put me behind that.
So if you are Purdue, though, so it looks like last week against Michigan, like they're largely able to stay in this game because Michigan turns the ball over, and that's the big thing for Ohio State. But that's tough to say going into a game as a defense. If you're Purdue, we're going to go turn the ball over. You
can't just snap your fingers and get fumble recoveries and
right.
picks.
It has to happen because you have to be efficient. But how are you, as Purdue, going to try to attack this Ohio? Like, what is your game plan going into this game, given where both of these teams are right now?
Well, offensively, I think that's the mismatch for Purdue, man. And I'm not saying their defense has a better chance, but I just think you're going against a team to where if you guys can't throw the ball versus our defense, it's going to be a long day because Caden McDonald is going to stop the run. And so obviously you need to find and sneak points on special teams. And I'm not saying this is a game to where they're trying to pace us with scoring. They're just trying to
stop doing us. You're Purdue.
Oh, I'm Purdue.
Yeah,
you're
role playing.
Okay.
You're role playing.
I'm the guy from Indiana Lions.
Yeah.
Am I
You're Barry Odom. You're the coach.
Yeah.
Okay, from the Purdue Boilermaker.
I want to see we'll hear what he's thinking, but I want to see how much.
Yeah, our game plan.
Barry's not from the blog. He's the
Listen,
coach. He could double as a writer for one of the blogs.
I'm for sure he could. And I said, so if I'm coming from that perspective, then defensively, I'm saying, hey, we're going to be in a shell that Julian is going to have to make the same decision.
With one thing
all day. And what we're going to do, we're going to tackle well.
Get bored. Yeah.
We're going to tackle well, and we're going to slow this game down. We're going to make them march and say, hey, you guys got 3 drives in a quarter and a half, and we're happy with that. 3 opportunities to score. Slow this game down, and obviously, if I'm on offense, I'm just trying to pick up first downs. And if I can get a kick here or there, but if I can keep Ohio State under 30 points, maybe still a possession with special teams, it's a win for me if I'm the Boilermakers. Yeah, I lose 27-10, but 27-3.
Here is Odom talking a little bit about special teams, how they've improved and how they're looking to keep that going, and they see some things there.
And those fundamentals that showed up on Saturday night and how we made those plays are exactly what we've trained from the first time we had a chance to walk through special teams in February. And that will continue we'll create that it becomes a big-time advantage for our organization. And I think we're starting to see some of those things come true. I think Mike Jack did a really good job in the return game. We were about a half a block away from really breaking one on a kickoff return, which is good to see. Corey Smith is playing some at receiver, but also he's starting at left tackle and kickoff return and is doing an outstanding job. So there's a number of those guys that understand, if you're a starter on kickoff coverage, on kickoff return, on punt return, and on punt, you're going to play over 30 snaps a game, and how important that is that we continue to make that part of our DNA on how important it is. It can be an X factor for us.
I think also, I'll second, and on top of that, when you're a program like Purdue that's trying to build back right now, special teams is sort of where that you show that effort and that intensity and that willingness to fight to earn yourself more time if you're a wide receiver, to earn yourself time and snaps as a wide receiver. And this is the kind of game, if I'm a coach, I got to go deep into my bag of tricks. Maybe not trick plays wouldn't be a bad idea to try to catch a team like Ohio State off guard, but you got to go with the intangibles, and you got to go with the heart and the fight and play with passion on every single snap and mistake free. Do whatever you can do possibly to win an extra play here and there by being more into it than the other guys.
You got to have the miracle mindset. If
absolutely, you do, because it would
mindset. Be. And I mean, that's the only thing it could be today. And then also, I mean, you're looking up. So they played Michigan last week. They were able to score on a 9-minute and 30 drive.
They did.
And so if you can sustain a drive in that range, even if you walk away with a field goal, that's just pretty impressive that you have the ball for almost 10 minutes.
Well, on the other side, I think it's even if you can force the other team, if you're Purdue, to score on a 9-minute drive. That's
good
a win for you,
That's good too.
Because I think I agree with you when you say, okay, do something consistently, do it well. Even if it's all right, we're going to be in cover 2 all day. You're not going to beat us over the top, but make Ohio State's offense run a bunch of plays. That's what I would do. I would want their offense to run as many plays as possible. Okay, if they score a touchdown, great, but you had to run 14 plays to do it. I think that's because then you gave yourself 14 opportunities for Ohio State to make a mistake.
Yeah.
So that's what I think, that's probably the game plan. That's the weakness is going in. Make them run as many plays as possible. That gives you the opportunity. And if you catch 1 or 2 breaks, maybe you get some turnovers, maybe a big play on special teams, and you're still hanging around.
They had 18 first downs against Michigan. They controlled the clock for almost 33 minutes of that football game, so they were not far off. Michigan had about 95 more yards than them when it was done, but it was a 21-16 football game. They showed a lot more fight in that game than they've shown. Let me hear one more from Barry before you go, DeVere. Barry Odom, Purdue's coach, said you can't really worry about Ohio State's ranking too much. No, you can't.
I've got a lot of respect for Coach Day, as I mentioned. I think they have great players. They've got a great scheme. The more time that you would spend on their 8-0, they're undefeated. They've got all the different things, the numbers by their school, rankings and all those things. That's to me, respectfully, that's wasted time. I think you try to look for advantages for your team. I'll say it. I've got a lot of respect for how they play the game and the players that they have and the coaches that they have. But it's about, how good can we get this week to try to go execute the game plan. And if we worry about the colors of their uniform or the ranking, then that's wasted energy, in my opinion.
Well, here's a couple things the Buckeyes have to watch out for Purdue offensively. Michael Jackson III, Shimon, he is a guy with 50 catches and 1 touchdown, but he hasn't scored since week 1.
Is he from Gary, Indiana?
You know what? He could be. He could be in the bloodline. You're being ignorant. So Malachi Thomas and Antonio Harris, they're going to carry the load at running back. Thank you. You're welcome, Dane. Because Devin Mockabee, you remember Devin Mockabee? That guy's been a name in Purdue for 4 years now. Top 5 all-time rushing list for Purdue, out for the season with the injury against Rutgers a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, this Purdue team, and what Coach is saying is, Barry Odom is, listen, this number 1 ranking, I can throw this stuff up here. And there's that Sunday meeting where you're like, all right, this is the opponent we're facing. But it's like, guys, come on, we need to turn the film on and find weaknesses and chinks in the armor and things they're struggling at, or sequences of plays that have given them, problems over the past couple of weeks. And I think if I'm Purdue, again, you look at what Penn State, Wisconsin did, and even Minnesota. I think Illinois did a good job of staying out of man And so these guys have played a lot of man versus Ohio State. They've challenged Ohio State in man coverage. If I'm Purdue, I'm not even thinking about that.
DeVere brought the noise with that take, didn't he?
It was amazing by you, DeVere.
He certainly did.
Not an S to be heard on that.
We're going to the college football pressure cooker. Now it'll be time for Who's Got the Heat. Ohio State looking forward to Purdue today at 1 o'clock. It's your pregame show on The Fan.
Common man, radio veteran, has a large hemorrhoid. Timmy Hall, a good, clean boy, moonlights as man's hemorrhoid. Common man and Timmy.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan.
Drive through football season with style, comfort, and confidence. AR here and my friend Rich Newsom and his team at Germain Honda of Dublin have more than 500 new and pre-owned cars to choose from. And the best service team in town on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, and GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Hi, I'm Laura DeLeon, president of Key Bank in Central Ohio. At Key, we're all about helping our neighbors. As your bank, we understand that we have both the ability and the responsibility to help our neighbors thrive. Whether they're trying to buy a car to take them to their new job, or tackle debt that feels unmanageable, or simply trying to do more with what they have, Key Bank is there to meet them in that moment. Key Bank opens doors.
All credit products are subject to credit approval. Key Bank, member FDIC.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Ride off, then write off when you take advantage of the year-end tax break offers at Bobcat Enterprises. Right now, Bobcat has 0% financing for 60 months on compact tractors. Use tax code deductions to maximize your reinvestment power and gain a competitive edge for 2026. Plus, you can lease, finance, or directly purchase equipment and still apply for the tax deduction. Stop by Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville, or see our full line of products at bobcatent.com today. Offer expires 12/31/25.
Drive through football season with style, comfort, and confidence. AR here and my friend Rich Newsom and his team at Germain Honda of Dublin have more than 500 new and pre-owned cars to choose from. And the best service team in town on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, and GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Here's a stat that hurts. The average adult waits up to 2 years before getting help for joint or back pain. 2 years of sitting out. 2 years of missing the game. At Ortho Neuro, you don't have to wait. Our orthopedic and spine experts treat every joint issue, often without surgery, and we've got next-day appointments ready. Don't sit on the sidelines another day. Schedule your consult now at orthoneuro.com. Ortho Neuro, for every motion in life.
Drive your dream car home today, no matter your credit history. Hey, it's Phil here at Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall. We proudly accept all credit types, good, bad, or none. Get pre-approved in minutes and hit the road with confidence. Get your new ride today. Call 614-861-7150 or shop our huge selection online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Your perfect ride is credit ready and waiting at Capital Ford of Columbus.
Did you know Austin and Berm host a show at Roosters? And did you know that Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences? Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com. Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. This is the Fans Game Day Scoreboard.
This game day update is sponsored by Mutual Federal, proudly serving Columbus with personal and business solutions at mutualfederal.com.
And I'm Cole Bartimus. We're doing things a little bit differently today. Our countdown to kickoff is focused on 1 o'clock this afternoon. You won't see many of those, but that's what we got for top-ranked Ohio State as they'll be in West Lafayette taking on Purdue. We got you locked in with pregame coverage all the way till kickoff right here on The Fan. Elsewhere, the action gets started right at high noon. Conference realignment has gifted us an unusual but highly touted matchup between number 7 BYU and number 8 Texas Tech. Tech has only one loss. BYU remains perfect thus far. That one will be in Lubbock. At 3:30, number 3 Texas A&M will be in Como taking on number 22 Missouri. After this week, A&M's only ranked opponent left in front of them will be the Longhorns, who they'll see on Black Friday. Also at 3:30, number 9 Oregon will pay a visit to Kinnick Stadium to play the number 20 Iowa Hawkeyes. Both teams are 4-1 in Big Ten play.
You're listening to the KeyBank Pregame Show, the only way to get ready for a Buckeye game. Your home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan. As you prepare for another Buckeye football Saturday, one very important question remains. Who's got the heat?
Sponsored by Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing since 1948.
Timmy Hall, Devere Posey, Dane Sanzenbacher, Matty Ice with a little weekend off here. Buckeyes and Purdue coming up at that odd 1 o'clock kickoff time. So as we scan the country, we take a look at the college football pressure cooker. I mean, shoot, guys, we've already seen a ton of college football head coaches go down.
Oh, man.
Hugh Freeze being the last one. Devere, you and I were joking about his habits on the golf course. And we're not just talking about playing too much golf. This guy would start to go to the golf course just to watch dudes.
Wait, I walked out of the station. What was that about? You were talking about it.
Hugh Freeze has a golf addiction and got him fired.
Really? Like he could not get enough golf?
Yeah.
Yes, and not only not get enough golf, he would go to his local either public or private course, wherever he had a membership, without his clubs.
And just watch?
Instead of watching film.
Like watch the member guest, watch guys as they hit their approach shots on 18 from the patio. What kind of sick man does that?
That's sick.
You're a head football coach at Auburn.
Oh, my gosh.
If you and me wanted to go hang out at York, the patio is beautiful.
Well, but the story started budding last year. Like, he has a golf addiction, and it kind of came out last year. And then he kind of put that to bed. And he was like, I'm focused, blah, blah, blah. And then he's showing up at member guest.
Just to watch.
Instead of coaching Auburn Tigers.
What about, can I start you guys off with a little Deion Sanders action? Do any of us know where Deion Sanders is going to be in, say, a year's time, 2 years' time? Is it still going to be at Colorado? Is he going to be leaving on his own terms? Because they don't seem to know which way is up right now. They look like 3 wins could be as much as they're going to get this college football season. And when you're Deion and you have to resort to the, we don't need any cats. He almost went with the Coastal Carolina. We don't want cats. We want some dogs. That's what he's doing in his press conference this past week. He's digging into
his gimmick bag.
He's digging into the gimmick bag about, Coach, do you think that this is going to start to hurt recruiting? Why would it hurt recruiting? We're down. We want some guys that are going to come in here and help us bring it back up. There's always that. What would you say your biggest weakness is? Oh, that I just try too hard, right?
Yeah.
That's like you're really digging down deep to find that right answer to keep things going for Colorado football. I thought when they made this hire that Deion would be the guy for this team, for this kind of program. It's hard to know for sure with the way that it's going right now.
Yeah, and just the transition of Shedeur and Travis Hunter leaving, it really hasn't been much spotlight. And then you go back and say, were we really just excited to see Shedeur versus, Deion coaching? I think, yes, the mixture of both of them being there. But now that Shedeur is left, for me, I haven't watched the Colorado game.
They're not really a fun team to watch. And can I be honest? Yeah. Were they really that great with Shedeur and Travis Hunter?
No, but it was more entertaining. It was more
entertaining, but, it was kind of a joke that they threw Shedeur's name up in the Ring of Honor. And a lot of people around Colorado football had a problem. And I completely understand it. Like, you need to leave that for...
Heisman.
Great players, yeah. Heisman's or
Travis
close to Heisman's,
Sure.
Travis Hunter for sure, but we're not talking about just a 9 or a 10-win season here. We're talking conference championship, getting to a national semifinal or win a national championship, something serious like that.
No, Cordell Stewart is probably upset. I mean, we're talking
absolutely, as he should be.
Yeah, no conference championship in a 5th-round draft pick in a Ring of Honor.
No,
that's pretty crazy.
That's not Ring of Honor stuff. That's a joke.
But hey, when you're the head coach, you can do that.
Yeah.
So Tim, you're putting the heat on Deion Sanders in Colorado?
For sure. And I got another quick one for you. You wouldn't think of this one. What about Dan Lanning, Oregon head coach?
This weekend, some heat there?
Different type of heat. I know some people, you'll look at guys that are about to get fired here. This is clearly not that. But when you're talking about a guy who doesn't he have one of the best auras in college football? I think if you just sort of listen to the way he says things and just look him in the eyes and just he sort of exudes confidence, which is what you want. I'm not saying that that's a negative thing. I think that helps the recruiting aspect. That helps with an identity of your football program, that you're not going to back down from any fight. They won a big road game already this year and helped lay the groundwork to get another big fish fired. And then they lost their home game to Indiana. Now they go on the road to a really dangerous Iowa team, and that's a tough place to play. Late afternoon, you'll get the daylight, then the darkness to follow. So something to watch for Oregon. If they lose this game to Iowa, what happens to their 2025 season?
I think it's a good one because so much of college football right now is built on expectation, and the expectation at Oregon is now sky high. Like they want to be in that conversation of we are consistently competing for the number one ranking for national championships because of what last year was. And yeah, Dan Lanning is like one of the most, of the recent couple years, top tier coaches as far as reputation.
They feel like baseline, you've got to make the playoff.
Oh, yeah.
And if they lose this one with their schedule that remains, it could be dicey that they make the playoff.
And so there is you have a small window of grace, and it's even smaller and smaller that, yeah, if Dan Lanning loses a couple games or starts to slip, if you had the fan base expectation at a certain point, this is the curse of Ohio State. You're not allowed to slip, man.
DeVere,
so
they have USC and then at Washington still coming up, and at Iowa today.
I can see the Heat getting
tough 3 out of 4 games down the stretch.
It's not like a heating pad. He just probably just has that butt seat
nothing's happening to him.
Yeah, it's not too hot.
If you lose 2 of these last 4 games, perception changes a little bit, and then it gets dicier going into next season.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
You want to go, Dane? Okay, yeah, I got my Heat. So
shakes it off.
So
I said throw the fastball.
Exactly. There it is. That was a curve. So, all right, the best college football team in the state of Florida. Do you guys know which school it is?
South Florida Bulls.
No, that's a good one. In Division
Central
I.
Florida?
No, the best record in Florida comes from the University of West Florida.
What?
Division teams. Yeah.
There's no way that's a Division I team.
No, I said Division II.
Oh, D2. Okay.
But they're the best. They have the best record in Florida for football in college. Division II, they're 9-0. Outside of that, the Miami Hurricanes, they're 6-2. I had them under the heat last week going against SMU, but that's not the school I want to highlight. I want to talk about this 4-4 Florida State team, man.
They stink.
They really are bad, and this team doesn't have an ACC win. They haven't really won a big game since beating Alabama, and Alabama has just totally flipped that loss on its head, used that film to be ranked in the top 10. Obviously, top 5. And Florida State has just fell down the hill even more. You go back to the year where Mike Norvell and this team they don't make the playoffs because of 4 teams, and he's public about, hey, we should have been in this fight, blah, blah, blah. And ever since that interview, Tim, this team hasn't played at that level. Is it Travis, the quarterback? He broke his leg late in the season. Since he walked out the door.
Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis. There it is.
Thank you, Cole.
Since Jordan Travis walked out the door, Mike Norvell's hopes have left too. And I'm just really wondering, out of all these major football programs that have head college openings, could Florida State be next after these 2 bad seasons, man?
Yeah, it's almost like in the day when there was only maybe maybe one BCS championship game.
Yep.
Or maybe even the 4-team playoff, there was a lot more room for teams that had good season and be like, man, if we were just in it, we would have. Yeah. If coach would have put me in the 4th quarter, I swear we would have won state. But it was almost like there was a lot more room, and maybe it was better for these programs because a lot of times it's better to be able to have the argument and not have to go prove it.
Yep.
So it's this is you could be really successful. Be like, man, we should have been in it that year. Well, now it's expanding more and more. There's more competition. You have to prove it a little bit more. They've clearly struggled, they're a brand that I never totally abandon. I can see them stepping back in and being competitive, but
it's a heritage brand.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, they're one of the.
Good. You want that team to be good.
I don't care if they're good, but they're one of the 10 college football
I don't really
brands.
care, but so you have that's where your Heat.
My heat is on the Florida State Seminoles, this season. If they can't get an ACC win and kind of, just have a bowl game, but just have something that's positive, I think he might be on his way out.
Finish it up, Dane.
Within the Big Ten schedule, there's some interesting ones, and it seems like that we're put the hate on the same people. I mean, obviously, Wisconsin's hosting Washington. There's all kinds of heat on Wisconsin, and it's not.
You saw the news about Fickle, too, this week.
Yeah,
they're locked in for him for next year.
Yeah.
I didn't
seemed interesting. I mean, they had previously given him the vote of confidence, but to just automatically lock into another year, they've tried to kind of deflect and say it's more about us than Luke with resources. We got to get that back. It's just
I like it personally.
They've lost it though. They've lost the fan base. You can't win a fan base back for a coach when it's been lost. It's very, very hard.
It's tough for that. I mean, Michigan did it with Harbaugh.
They did.
Half of that fan base was totally out on him. And
they had to cheat their asses off to get it back.
They had to cheat super hard, but they won a national championship.
That's the only way.
But they won a national championship.
Cheat.
That's true. He might. Yeah, coach might need to take that as like, get a little grimy. You might need to send somebody out to pre-scout.
But you're right about Wisconsin.
Yeah. So I mean, there's always heat there, and if you lose big again after the vote of confidence, then you really get a fan base that is boiling over like, what the heck are we doing here? I think I put heat on Penn State last week. I might have, and I'm going to do it again just because I know they've already fired their coach. They're already moving on. They're in that search, but they're hosting Indiana this week. And the fans can't, even though as a fan base, like, oh yeah, we've already turned the corner. We're looking elsewhere. Next year is going to be our year.
But how bad is this going to get?
You don't want that. Yeah, you don't want to take that. Like, if Indiana comes in and wins big, could be rough.
This is where our program
So there's
is.
heat on Penn State to keep this thing a game.
We'll continue this discussion as we scan college football and set up some of the matchups for today while we're talking about the heat. Who's Got the Heat? Brought to you by Buckeye Heating and Cooling and Plumbing since 1948. East to west, set up some of those matchups for today in college football. That is coming up. It is your pregame show on The Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
With rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers, a BMI Federal Credit Union Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card would be the perfect card for your wallet. Visit bmifcu.org/visa for more details and to apply today.
Hey, football fans, it's November in Ohio, and you know what that means. It's time to face that state up north in a battle to claim forgotten funds. Join us in the statewide challenge and visit com.ohio.gov/radio to help support Ohio's takedown of Michigan. The state with the most searches wins. Who knows? Unclaimed funds could help you buy a seat to the big game next year. Claim your money today at com.ohio.gov/radio.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
There was never a doubt. The defending champion with a successful title defense at the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday.
Commemorate the magic of the season and the 50th anniversary of the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday. Tickets are now on sale for the 2026 tournament. When you purchase by November 14th, you will receive a special edition ornament and enjoy best pricing. Visit memorialtickets.com for more details.
With rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers, a BMI Federal Credit Union Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card would be the perfect card for your wallet. Visit bmifcu.org/visa for more details and to apply today.
Are you ready for the best Black Friday truck deals? Head over to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. You can lease a brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 for just $349 a month for 24 months. With only 1,000 $1,000 due at signing. Or grab it for just $679 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. The perfect truck is waiting for you at McDaniel GM Superstore. Family owned for over 100 years. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity. I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies are expected here for today, with temperatures into the upper 50s to around 60 here for this afternoon. Winds will be fairly light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for tonight, scattered rain showers arriving here after midnight, and that will continue here for our Sunday as our next weather maker arrives. That's going to bring some colder temperatures as we drop down to the 30s here by Sunday afternoon, and likely going to see a change from rain showers to snow showers here as we head into Sunday night and Monday. Could see some slippery conditions with highs only the 30s on Monday. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan. The only way to do game day. This is the KeyBank Pregame Show, getting you ready for all things Scarlet and Gray. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. It's The Fan's East to West.
I do want to say thank you, DeVere, Dane, Cole, for having me today. Has this been all right? Are you dying to get back to Matty Ice next week?
No,
I would be.
Matty Ice needs a break. He
It's nice,
needs a break,
right?
Yeah. This is a good bye week for him.
No, you've shown a level of professionalism, Tim, that we haven't seen at this show. And that's not a shot at Matty Ice. We like to keep it chill, but it's nice to have a shot in the arm of, hey, let's keep it on schedule. I've never had this many thises and these.
Let's go. Let's go.
These. Let's go.
I try to ignore him.
Your take. Boom. And you also had a lot of what they're sayings. That was a lot of insight. It was
We
good.
heard from Max Clare. We heard from Julian Sayin earlier. We heard from Purdue head coach Barry Odom.
A lot of what they're saying. But it's been a good show, and I think the thing about these weeks.
Are you laughing about how he just said a lot of what they're saying?
Yeah, but
it's been a good show. Like we're like recapping like it's our last show ever. It's been a good run.
Well, you caught me on a good week too because I couldn't do it next Saturday.
Yeah.
And you know why?
Why?
What did we talk about here in the last year? It's happening. Thursday's my day. Snip.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got tickets to the Masters.
No.
Not
it
that yet.
It would have been a good time for vasectomy around the Masters
Wait,
coverage.
you made the appointment and did it?
It's done. It's happening.
Dang,
Thursday's the big day.
I'm really a procrastinator.
No more little Timmy Halls running around the world.
Are they sponsoring something? I feel like that's also a big,
right?
like you would have an ad read on.
I wish.
Like our friends at.
So Timmy, what do you got to do?
Yes, like our friends at da-da-da. But I told Tyler, our digital director, he can come and film it if he feels so inclined. We can get one of those like ergonomic iPhone holders and just kind of aim it down there so we can see everything happening.
So we really want that.
What time's your appointment? We can call in live.
First thing in the morning.
First thing. Are you doing a numb? Are you doing a numb or are you doing no numbing?
What are you talking about?
They say sometimes
no numbing.
Sometimes some guys.
What is this? Just have at it, Hoss.
They say sometimes some guys can just go in there and like.
It's not a.
When it's your time, I invite you to try that.
No, I won't. No, but that's good, Tim. I'm excited for you. Are you excited for the activities after? You gotta make sure you.
Oh, so if activities, I don't even know why I'm doing it. Activities never happen anyway. So, what it's just a superficial procedure.
Yeah, right. It will go up. It'll go up the number.
The rate's going to go up now.
The temp number. Yeah.
That's why we're doing it, DeVere, right? Yay for me. Dane's very uncomfortable right now.
Dang.
So I wanted to leave off.
Dave.
This is East to West, breaking down some of the big college football games.
Not snipping anything.
Okay, cool.
Not doing it. Dane's not done yet. So, Dane, you left off talking about the Penn State-Indiana game, and I think in a way you can put a little bit of pressure on the Hoosiers, because are we really to believe that this Penn State team is going to lose the rest of their games? They certainly could. I'm not saying that they can't do that, but I would always be weary when you're going on the road to a team like that had those preseason expectations, and you don't want to continually embarrass yourselves throughout the rest of the way. But boy, so much is riding on this for Indiana to get to 10-0, to possibly go undefeated in this regular season and maybe meet up with the Buckeyes in the Big Ten title game. It's definitely a team like Ohio State is with the schedule that the Buckeyes have until the Michigan game at the end of the month. You're keeping your eye on them to see how they keep passing these tests against teams they're much better than on paper.
These are still prideful college-age kids. I mean, that's why there's always that lingering thing that, like, yeah, there is a certain amount of pride I'm sure this Penn State program has.
Mm-hmm.
They are preparing for this game. I guess we'll see. Are you completely, did you mail it in? Are you completely done with this season? If you're these players, there's a thing I brought it up last week is like, what makes college different is like, there's a very specific timeline on your career. Okay. So like, you're a professional athlete. Like, yeah, you can mail in the season. It's like, yeah, well, he's got next year. There's a handful of guys that maybe this is your last year. Like, you're a senior, you're not going to play again. Like, how are we going to go out? If I'm Penn State, if I'm in that locker room, that's what I'm selling. What do we want to do here? Like, this is all we've got. Like, this is back to old school college football where we're only playing for pride here. Yeah. Who are we? Are we going to go out in front of our fans here and just get walloped? So yeah, there's a piece of that. That noon game. I'm really interested in that one.
Yeah. Devere, are you looking at BYU Texas Tech? 7 versus 8.
How did you know that?
Saw it in your eyes.
Top 10 matchup.
You can see the reflection. Yes,
top 10 matchup.
Yep, I'm looking for that game. I'm excited about that, but I'm keeping my eye on this University of Virginia team. And they're hovering at 14. They had that big win versus Florida State, and I watched that game on Friday night. It was like a weird Friday night game.
And they rushed the field. They almost killed a Florida State player. He just disappeared into the abyss. I don't know if anyone ever found him.
And so these slow rises to 12, like how Arizona State crept in, how SMU crept in, how we're like finishing this playoff picture. I think this year's playoffs will be a lot stronger on that 12-8 ranking with teams like, I'm just excited for like a BYU or a Texas Tech, that kind of brand, or Virginia. We haven't had those brands in the college football playoff. So I want to see how that 8-12 ranking rounds out these last 3 to 4 weeks. So I'll be looking at these team matchups.
Fellas, we already talked about number 9 Oregon at number 20 Iowa. That's a big game. That's 3:30. That's going to be on 10 TV. That's a CBS game. Number 3 Texas A&M, undefeated. One of the other undefeateds on the road at 22nd ranked Missouri. That's another 3:30 game to keep an eye on. Oh, and it's happening. We're to that week in the SEC. Who do you think Ole Miss has at home? Good old Citadel.
There it is.
Ole Miss taking on the Citadel. What are the Sanford Bulldogs coming up next week?
Always good for them.
Yeah, let's get them in here. Who else do we need? Arc Pine Bluff coming in to take on an SEC program. And anytime
Murray State,
anytime a top-ranked SEC team goes on the road in conference to about a 500 team or better, Georgia on the road at 5-4 Mississippi State. I'm sure we'll say that that's a tough, hard-fought win when Georgia wins by a field goal in the fourth quarter.
LSU, Alabama, right?
Yep. LSU, Alabama is today.
I always watch that one.
I was even
night game,
no head coach, just interim.
Mm-hmm.
You're
just
in.
calling your own plays.
You're just the players.
Just players.
All right, two of you. Final thoughts, Dane. Final thought on today's game, Ohio State at Purdue.
Yeah, I think what we would think to look for, if I'm Purdue, you have to slow it down. Make that offense at Ohio State run as many plays as you possibly can. Hope for mistakes and capitalize. I'm interested to see what Ohio State can do to improve their run game a little bit, or even instill a little bit of confidence. But I think it's one of those games that they just need to take a step forward. When I never expect a blowout, at least with this year's team. Just efficiency, really.
Yeah.
Devere?
I say cut off all miracle opportunities. That means clean special teams, take care of the football. Like Dane's saying, you got to have a mindset that at some point in the season, we need to have 100, 200-yard plus rushing game, just to break through. Could this be that game? Could this be that scenario to where, like, this is where we're challenging ourselves? But don't get lost in the run trying to prove a point. We still have the 2 best wide receivers, and by all means, let's get out of West Lafayette with the win.
I look at that passing stat for Purdue's defense. They are just terrible at passing yards per attempt. Weather-wise, it's only looking 10 to 20% of precipitation. Temps in the low 50s, cloudy. Those are just perfect football conditions right there if that ball's not going to be too wet. So Julian's saying the passing game and try to get this run game triggered as well. Dane DeVere, Cole, thank you, fellas. This was a lot of fun. Matty Ice will be back next week. Our friends are standing by at the casino. Biddle, Tim May, and Anthony Rothman as we'll kick it to the tailgate show coming up right here on The Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan.